Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay, especially for those in the US. It's pretty hot in most parts of the country, so hopefully everybody is okay and has some nice air conditioning. So I've been wondering like how to best compare like the different types of like SPY option ETFs out there, just because some of them have like shorter track records than others. So I thought it might be easier to just go with the one that has the the shortest track record, and that would be like the Fidelity ETFs so far. So ideally, I would have liked to like do a comparison like with like as much like time periods as possible. So for example, ideally, I would have liked to have like everything with like at least like 5 years, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I guess this might be a good idea to do this periodically in the future. So like when it has like important milestones, like maybe like 6 months, a year and a half, etc. So this could be like an interesting exercise for some people and for myself. So unfortunately, right now we have a little bit of time sample. So the shortest track record right now is April 11th. So that gives us only about like 2 months worth of data. But I think it's worth maybe just keeping an eye on, just to kind of compare and contrast. Because I like to compare like apples to apples. So the first guy is definitely like the regular SPY. So if you just like bought this, and the data is as of end of day June 14th, so this past Friday, and then the price return is 4.72%, and the distribution was only 31 basis points. This was like the April 30th payable date. So the total return for this like 2 months period was 5.03%, and that's kind of like a good benchmark for everybody else. So, for example, BlackRock, IVVW. So the price return unfortunately was negative, and then like the distribution was not too bad, 2.06%. So your total return was 1.42%. So this is way below just regular SPY. And then for JEPI from Defiance, you had unfortunately like a whopping 4.76% decrease in price, but then like the distribution is made up for it, and then your combined is 2.96, so not too bad there. And then another guy from Defiance, Spy T, so 0.96 price return, and then distribution was 3.29%, so it's 4.25. So definitely outperforming JEPI here, and it's definitely closer to just regular SPY. And then the Fidelity F buff, this guy's new. This is interesting because like it only has like a price return so far, 2.13%, and no distribution. I was trying to look around to see if I guess like if they're going to. I thought they would, because otherwise like it kind of defeats the purpose. But anyway, like the total return is like 2.13% for F buff, and then FHEQ. The price return, this one's a little bit better, 3.04% in total. And then FE, this one's even slightly better than that one as well, 3.09% in total. So I want to keep an eye on like the Fidelity ones, because otherwise, like if they don't pay out any distributions, then I guess like in the next one I'll just like kick them off the list. And then the Global XCLR. So this is like the Kala strategy. This one I might kick off as well, because I guess like it only pays out like semi-annually. But the price return is not bad. 4.17%. So and then the Global XXRMI. Unfortunately, this one like the price return was like negative. In aggregate, like the distribution wasn't enough to kind of like offset the either like the price underperformance, or maybe it's just like a lot of tourists in this one. So and then XYLD. Well, this one was a little disappointing too. The price return was like negative, and then the distribution made up for it. So you have like 0.86%. But again, this is only for 2 months, so this is why it'll be good to kind of like go over this on a maybe semi regular basis. Same thing with XYLE. So this is like kind of like the ESG fund. So like it did slightly better. So I don't know, maybe there's like this could be like for some people. And then the XYLG is pretty interesting. So the price return was 1.96%, and then the distribution was 1.03%. So you get like 2.99%, almost 3% in total. And then Goldman Sachs, I was a little bummed out about this one too. I thought like the returns would have been better, but like the price return is not not too horrible. It's 1.86%. The distribution is 0.93%. So like total return of 2.79%. And then JEPI was like the regular JEPI was also pretty disappointing too. The price return is negative, and then distribution made up for it. So you only have like small total return of like 0.33%. And then the SPY did a little bit better. Price return, not much, like 10 basis points, and then like distribution of 1.66%. So you get a total return of 1.76%. And then iSpy, 2.66% price return, and then distribution 1.59%. So not too bad for 2.5% total return. And the XDTE, this one is also pretty good. The price return is 1.01%, and distribution was 3.91%. Also, total return 4.92%. So this is kind of interesting because I thought, even though like I Spy and XDT are kind of close, I think probably most people would probably prefer like the XDT just because like the distribution is like is a bit higher. But of course, like there's only 2 months of data, so I thought it might be a good exercise just to do to see at least like so far which one has been like the closest to like SPY. So I hope this was an interesting exercise for you to kind of like to look at. So if you like this type of content, please consider giving us a like, subscribe if you can. Super thanks, I really appreciate it. So thank you for watching. I hope people are making some good money out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.